Phillyzilla not guilty. Phillyzilla not guilty. This shit's crazy. I'm wildin'. Flock up and flock off. Not you. Stick around because it's about to go down. Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Yeah, we in here. It's been announced today that Philly was found. The Philadelphia Eagles and Saquon Barkley were found not guilty as far as tampering goes in the NFL, in the pre-draft, the pre-free agency period, whatever you want to call it. The Falcons did get found guilty. And I know this is a little bit outside the nest, but I mean, I'm saying like Atlanta, it's crazy how they allow these teams to negotiate with these players, but they can't have direct contact, not even in relation to traveling arrangements. Like, this is nuts. This is so damn stupid. But whatever the case may be, flock them. It's this flock up, that flock down. Let's flock and go. You already know. So we here on the Thursday. You know, flock with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse. We just going to get into those few things that I already spoke on. A little bit of Jalen Hurts, a little bit of... Because, of course, it's a Thursday. We're going to talk about the Saquon Barkley, the whole issue with the pre-free agency, whatever you want to call it, madness. We got probably a little bit more Haason, Reddick. I don't know, just a little bit more head therapy in here on a Thursday. Let's flock and go. So let's get the Nets keeping out of the way. We got what we always got, the maniac thing being the maniac thing. What the fuck is going on? I am all out of sorts right now because I did things a little bit out of order. And it's clear right now that in my subconscious, I have a set way that I go about this. And I am drawing a complete blank right now. I'm still, you know what it is? It's got to be the pre-workout. Jacking me up. I think I might have to wean myself off of that stuff. Dude, it's only been 2 days, so we're going to get to it. But anyway, let's keep the maniac thing the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. If you bought that fly, Eagles fly. Drop a comment in the box if you're flying with the flock. Let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing. Know the gang. You hit that bell. You get a ding whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And while that's the maniac thing, let's keep the main thing the main thing. Hope this video finds you good vibes, good times, fly skies. If you're not there, hope this helps you get there because we about to go there. Oh, yeah. First things first. Oh, man, there's a few things about Fangio, too, man. Sheesh, what do we want to do first? You know what? The big news of the day, Saquon Barkley and the Philadelphia Eagles have been found not guilty of tampering charges. Now, I believe all of this arises because of his former coach, some dude at Penn State that he was talking to, spilled the beans and just basically misinterpreted what Saquon Barkley was telling him. They thought because he said something in an interview that Saquon Barkley was talking to Howie and da-da-da-da. I imagine that it was more so that his agent told him what Howie said and blah, 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 and it went down like that. And even if it didn't go down like that, I mean, like I just said a few seconds ago, it's kind of ridiculous how they allow you to negotiate things but don't allow them to, like, I got to talk to someone else to talk to them. This is nuts. What is the point of the 2-day period? I get it a little bit because this is the NFL, just trying to keep things moving and shaking. Got people busting corners and looking for everything that's involved with the NFL. I got you. But I mean, like, seriously, y'all? Whatever. Like I said, it doesn't affect us. It affects them. And we basically playing by the rules, which I'm so here for. And that's the news on that, man. I mean, like, I really don't know. I really don't know why, what, where, how, blah, 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 and all that things. But what I did miss, being that this is a Thursday, let's get into this. It was brought to my attention. I don't know where I was, flying under a flock, laying under a rock. I don't know. But the thing is, Chris Sims' top 40 came out, and this completely flew over my Eagle Dog, over my Eagle Vision, out of my Eagleverse. I did not catch wind of this. Quite possibly because no one's going crazy this year, because Chris Sims has finally come around, and I don't know how to feel about this right now. He's saying nice things about Jalen Hurts while still keeping a few things, you know, a few bullets in the holster, throwing a few jabs here and there, but nothing crazy. Matter of fact, there are a few things that I could find a bit relatable. What I do like is whoever his new co-host is, or even if the guy was there last year, I don't know, I'm not familiar with him, but he's funny as hell too. He's telling Chris Sims, like Chris Sims is saying, like, I was saying good things about him, like I was like, bro, no, you were throwing him under the bus, like, you know what I mean? And he's saying that we were saying, this is what Chris Sims is saying, that the fan base was saying that we were calling him number one, possibly because he's wearing the number one on his flocking jersey, stupid, but not necessarily number one in the, I mean, that's clearly Patrick Mahomes. Now, you know, with a little bit of revisionist history, what I'm visiting right now, quite possibly, I could have said, possibly thought that Jalen Hurts was number one in the league, but I highly doubt it. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes. And then after last season, you know, like, he left a lot to be desired, but he was still an MVP candidate up until week 11 in the damn NFL. Like, what are we talking about here? So even though he has him, I believe, at, what was it, number 9, he's got him as a top 10 quarterback. Okay, we up there. A lot higher than a lot of other lists that I'm seeing coming out this year. So, you know, it's like I said, I don't know how to feel about this. It could be the fact that he said something in the interview pertaining to the fact that he couldn't quite, when he was talking about Patrick Mahomes, that he was a bit still influenced by tequila and weed. I've been sipping a bit, so I made the switch to tequila for the last few weeks. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm on this trip trying to let's go Eagle Maniacs. Yeah, go long, just 27-inch pythons and all that. But I mean, seriously, I don't know. It's just wild. Maybe that's it, which I know a lot of Hurts haters out there would say, like, yeah, he's got to be high or drunk to be saying that Jalen Hurts is a top 10. But I'm loving him because I'm here for it, because this is our guy, Jalen Alexander, the great Hurts, H1M, our quarterback, number 1 in our hearts. Number 9, it's Chris Sims. I could rock with it. And that's dope, because 1 and 9, that's 19. And 19 is Josh Sweat's new number. And I'm sweating like a damn pig over here, man. It's that time of year. Whoa. We're on the verge of a damn heat wave. So, yeah, man, I'm actually, I'm shocked and surprised that Chris Sims has something nice to say, and I'm loving that his co-host told him, had to put him on blast, like, bro, like, nah, seriously, you were kind of out of pocket when it came to Jalen Hurts. And, you know, speaking about his release point, fact that he's a running quarterback and he's now no longer, which, like I've been saying, for about 2 years now, he's not a quarterback that's an athlete. He's an athlete that's a quarterback. No, he's not an athlete that's a quarterback. He's a quarterback that's an athlete. Quarterback comes first, and we're seeing a lot of beautiful things. Some things that he was speaking on that I didn't even see last season. He's saying, I mean, you know what? This is what leads him to believe maybe his vision, or at least how he sees quarterback and how I see quarterback, are two completely different things. He's speaking of the fact that, you know, he's staying in the pocket, which I'm like, I still see him escaping the pocket a bit too much, but he's sticking around. He's looking downfield as opposed to looking to run, and he's always looking for the big play. And while that's great to have it was great 2 years ago, but now the league is starting to catch up to you. In that same breath, not in the same breath, but in the same, not so much interview, but in the same assessment of his top 40 quarterbacks, he's saying that, you know, the Chiefs and Mahomes has learned to play quarterback more from a winning standpoint instead of just a stat standpoint, and they're going back to throwing the deep, and he's hyped about that. But the thing that got him to winning is the fact that he's learned to check down and not go crazy. I mean, he's been winning since he's been in the damn league. So, I mean, any change that he makes, whatever he's doing, it's working, right? But as far as Jalen Hurts goes, I need less of the looking for the deep ball and, like, check these things down, man. We got so many weapons. I mean, we had DeAndre Swift last season, dog. I mean, I'm super excited that we have Saquon Barkley in the aspect of dumping down to him, but we weren't doing it last year. Hopefully Kellen Moore comes in here and switches that up. Less wide receiver screens, more running back screens. I'm so here for it. So, I mean, just his assessment and mine are a bit off. I do see growth. He sees growth in other ways than I see growth, but I mean, I'm just happy. I'm here for it, and I believe through losing last year, I mean, it wasn't a losing record, but that losing streak, through that losing streak, I believe the team learned a lot. Jalen Hurts learned a lot. Nick Sirianni learned a lot. The organization as a whole learned a lot. And let's run this thing back, dude. And I am so here for it. And last things first things last. Haason Reddick, I know it's still going on. Just the Jets are wild, dog. Like, it's just still out of my beyond my comprehension that they would trade for a guy and not have a contract ready for him. Or what did they think he was just going to come here, play the year out, and they was going to send him off? Or perhaps they trade him themselves. I mean, you're losing draft capital for a 1-year rental. I mean, I guess figuring that they have Aaron Rodgers, who's not at camp either. Some people seem to be less upset about it than I am. I mean, like, these are the Jets. You need all the time you can get, especially when you're the one saying that we need to stop worried about. This is what I was supposed to speak on yesterday. We back in here at it. But Aaron Rodgers saying that we need to keep the non-football stuff out of here and, you know, straighten the ship. You know what I mean? Iron out these wrinkles. And meanwhile, all he does is bring or make his coaches and fellow players answer questions about him, about off-the-field BS. It's crazy. And then I'm hearing that. I know this is way too Jet-centric, just a little bit outside the nest. But then they're talking, because I just seen it come across the screen, like, these dudes are talking about they have a different dude to call their 2-minute drills than, what's the name, Hackett? Like, what? It's just wild. And then to bring it back to us, Haason Reddick. I heard who was the dude on Eagles Now, Philadelphia Eagles Now, Chase Jr., whatever. He's speaking to the fact that quite possibly, one of his top 5 trades would be us possibly trading back for Haason Reddick, which would be the most wildest thing we have ever seen in our lives, and it piqued my interest. Color me, paint me interested, intrigued by the prospect of reacquiring Haason Reddick. We would all love that. I know it's way outside of the pale of real things that happen. I mean, We did it with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, albeit it was a year removed. I mean, we could quite possibly grab him back up next season, you know, as a Reynolds seeing what Nolan Smith has and da-da-da. We already know what we have in Haason. I don't know. It's wild. Not to mention, you know, we got Joe Douglas over there, which baffles me even more. He used to be with this organization. He was with the Baltimore Ravens. He's the general manager. So, I mean, either it wasn't his move to make, Robert Saleh or somebody like pulled the trigger on that, because it just doesn't seem like something Joe Douglas would do, especially coming from an organization like the Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. It is wild. It's out of the scope of it's just nuts. So many craziness, so much craziness going on right now. But once again, Zilla, Philly, not guilty. Let's go. Yeah. Super hype. We ain't even sacrificing no draft picks or nothing. By the way, the Falcons, I believe, had to give up a 5th-round draft pick, not to mention the GM got fined and they had to give up some money as an organization. So, everybody hands clean. No fingers, no fingers. You ain't catching nothing. Get the fuck out of here. No fingerprints. Get the fuck out of here. And that's all we got today, man. Thank y'all for flocking in with therapy for this therapy session today, man. I needed this. Each one of them, you already know. Till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. You know you flock with the most energetic Indian in the Eagleverse, man. I'm here with my beat to the streets, and I'm not with all the sheep speak and all what they be talking about out there. I hate doing the same thing that everyone else is fucking doing and everything that everyone else is saying. But when I do agree, I do agree. But on a lot of these things right now, it's just not to mention the whole Jalen Hurts. I'm still hearing people talking about the Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni thing. Like, there's no there. But I do get it. This is the down season. This is nothing going on for about the next 5 to 6 weeks. So you got to generate something. Not to mention, I saw, what is this? Is the Fanatic or what's the other station y'all got out there, man? The Fanatic, the Fin. No, I think it's the other one that's out there tripping. And I believe there's another story today. Jalen Hurts still going. I'm just trying to stay clear of it, man. I don't need that energy in my life, man. You know I'm all about this positivity thing. Unless, of course, you know the Eagles lose. And, you know, still try to keep it positive. But once again, like I said, man, to the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time, an Eagle green time. You already know what time it is around here. It's Eagles o'clock, 24/7, 365. We live. Let's fucking go. And we got questions. We got questions for who? The whole damn NFL. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Say it with me before we go. EAGLES. Eagles. Let's fucking go. Let's get the fuck out of here.